I doubt.
Why would Messi support his cause? You think Messi has no pride?
It's not like they're competing for football.
Oh no, I'm saying yeah, but it's like have they ever been boys like that?
No. What I'm saying, if he gets an interview with that autistic,
it's like how you saw that Louis Vuitton picture.
Yeah, they
on
did
that
it
chest thing
separately.
and you think they were not even in the same room.
They took a picture, then edited very nicely.
Hey.
No, okay.
I don't think it's not a thing of
They beef each
can't
other,
tolerate
what?
each other, but I don't think Messi is that type of person that
We'll sit down.
and maybe you never know.
I mean, if I've seen an interview with, if I could see a video of Keane and Vieira and these guys.
Until now they are.
But now,
Those
guys
are. If them two get to that age, and probably their accountants tell them, yo, this shit could be a bag for you.
bro, that's the whole point. You're trying to make money.
Hey, that's the thing. Like,
Yeah, Ronaldo has 1,000 things going for him. Messi has like 1,000 things going right now.
Those
so
guys can
they're not
never
yet.
lack for anything.
They're not yet
They
desperate.
say rich people always want more money,
Yeah.
no matter how much money.
No, those guys, they look like they're trying to retire. They are children's children.
They're
Like lines
like
of generations.
lineages are set. Hello everyone, welcome back to the match point. This week's panel, you have me, Kilama, and to my left,
Richard YG.
Vanessa.
We've been gone for a minute, but there's a lot that has been going on in the football world, and currently the reigning defending champions of the Premier League are going through can we call it a crisis or a blip in the road? But we've never seen such a run from Pep before. Has there ever existed a Pep run like this in his managerial career? Because in all competitions, in 9 games they only have one win. What's going on at City? I've seen Pep in interviews bruised, though he has a sense of humor and he says he wants to harm himself.
Bro.
What's going on over at City? Our
Let's start
dedicated City fan, please let us know what's going on over there.
Let me first start with the Pep thing. Thankfully, he had addressed it the next day.
Obviously,
like
people with
mental
a
health,
sense of
yes.
a sense of humor understood he wasn't being serious about
Yeah,
it.
so that's important to put out there. We're not trying to make fun. But City have probably a number of problems. If we try to go through all of them, we'll spend a lot of time here. But let me highlight probably like 3 or 4 of them. The first is the injury crisis, and I'm not talking about like Rodri or Oscar Bob. Like those are guys we knew we're not going to have for like
the long run.
Yeah, I'm talking about now, like our defenders, all of them this season, minus the kid that has been showing up in a couple of games. All of them have been injured at a certain point, or even twice, or even thrice. We're not even halfway in the season. How are you injured 3 times already? Like that's a big issue. So there's no stability there. Kovacic got injured in Croatia. I would call it not important game, and the coach even lied about it because he said it was a tactical substitution. Only for him to come back to City, he's actually injured. KDB, he had not been injured, he has been a risk where he said he has been playing with a little bit of pain in training, and they're not sure about him. How many?
Is basically pain tolerance. Is it
something of the sort? Like whenever he tries to shoot,
him saying something about a hernia.
Yeah, whenever he tries to shoot or make a pass, like he feels pain over in his groin area or something like that. So it's been an issue but they're trying to see how many minutes can he handle at playing high football. There was a week where both Doku and Grealish got injured, and the thing that pisses me off is some of these injuries you don't even see them happening in games, right?
It's training.
It's like either Pep comes the day before the game and tells you this person is missing, or in the lineup you're seeing someone is missing, and like how, when, you're like, bro. So that's something that has been probably an issue. And then KDB also said, like in one of these press conferences with Pep, he was like, there are certain players that are playing that shouldn't be playing, but they have to just play because there's no one else to play. And you can see that, I would say probably...
Nunez.
No. Like they're playing with injuries. So I'd say that I would say Ake, I feel like maybe we rushed him too back and Dridi out again. I would say Akanji is probably one of his, like in the top.
Isn't he like a mainstay in your CB partnership?
And he's like, I would say he's the second fastest defender that we have. And yet this season I haven't seen him at top speed. So you feel like he's being a bit timid with the way he's playing. He's a bit worried, like maybe if I do this, I'll get injured again. Then same thing with Stones. A funny thing with Stones, he hasn't given us like, there was a stat during the Euros that was the first time he has played 7 games in a row. So again, this
So he's injury prone.
yeah, he's good. I credit him. He'll give us 3-4 games, get injured, come back. 3-4-5 games, get like fantastic play. But injuries, it's been a lot. And then the second issue that I think we're experiencing is probably this guy. I don't know if it's just an injury or it must be an injury in his head at this point. Kyle Walker.
This season, I felt like, was it at the Euros?
No,
He was
even last season.
exposed
It was
to some extent. Obviously, but I
was there a
think
bit-
his pace covers up a lot of his
pace and
mess ups.
his physicality. Like it's
But this season, he has been at the crime scene a lot of times.
I would say Kyle Walker, there are 3 issues with him specifically, right? So let's say we are defending. We're in our defensive shape. The other team is attacking us, right? Kyle Walker will be closer to Ruben Diaz or whichever centre back is here than to the winger that he's supposed to be. So
Every set piece.
you're giving the winger time to like pick a pass, to do something great. Like, why are you inviting danger? We're already going through a lot of pressure. You're just giving guys time. Set pieces. The thing that pissed me off was the Arsenal game. He pushed, like, told Doku, you go back. I got Gabriel. Okay, there's no one yet that has yet clicked how to defend Gabriel, but the way Gabriel embarrassed him, even in the Liverpool game, he was the one defending Van Dijk. Van Dijk could have had a hat-trick of headers in that game if he was, because I think he hit the post twice and then goalkeeper. Even in the, I don't remember which game, Crystal Palace, he was defending Lacroix. Boom. Like, how are you putting yourself in that position? You're captain. You're not even jumping. You're not even trying. Like, there's no effort from you. And you keep putting yourself in that, like, those big moments to shine bright, and we see you. Like, this season, he has really been exposed.
But there you have to actually respect him more. Not from like the fact that he's not shying away from the hustle.
Yeah, but then you're costing the team. Like,
You remember
multiple
when
times.
we were making predictions here at the start of the season, and I boldly said those 4 in a row trophies are going to catch up with City this season, and we are going to see it. And that's my first theory. Like, everybody's injured. Almost everybody's injured, or they can't stay fit. There's a reason why no one has won 4 in a row. And now, with the amount of games players have to play in a season alone, you try to dominate for that long. That ACL of Rodri had to feel it. He had to feel it somewhere. 4 years of dominance. De Bruyne, he's feeling it, or he's now
I
feeling
feel like he's towards the end of like.
obviously, the edge comes in.
I don't, because he's still technically that guy. Whatever he has, it's just his health at this
And
age
we
that
know-
you worry about.
We know Pep's tactics or system can be very, very demanding.
Yeah.
So can those bodies that have kept up with that demanding whatever for 4 years do it for a 5th? I didn't think so.
And actually, that's actually probably my concern for like even next season, because I'm looking at it. We're finishing. Because we're finishing it. Guys go play
Club
the
World
last the Nations League first.
Nations League.
Then they play Club World Cup. There is no break for City or Chelsea. The Premier League refused to give,
Them
because
an
we
extension.
had requested for like 2 weeks.
Can't you send like your C team
No,
where?
now you see the thing is,
for like those Club World Cup things?
Club World Cup guys, FIFA guys said, bring your best players. Of course, Pep played
They
around
probably have-
and said,
There'll probably be a fine if you.
don't bring
if you
your,
don't, you-
because they're trying to market it and stuff. So I'm just like, okay, next season may even be worse.
No, he'll buy some players.
Yeah,
Because
but
I feel like what
Buy
I've
some players.
observed from City the most this season, with the Rodri injury, Kovacic being out, you've never looked more vulnerable in midfield than you have this season.
the funny thing is, I actually have no issue
I
with
was
the
watching
midfield.
the Liverpool game, the pressure in like the first 5 to 10 minutes. I'm like, this is not Man City. This must be like the people fighting relegation. Every minute you feel like they can't hold the ball, and you feel like people like Gundogan are probably regressed, or is not yet back up to speed.
No, you see, the thing is, the Gundo, like, hate on Twitter, I don't understand it. Like, his cower, like, I don't know what people were expecting. He's 34 years old. You want him to run? At
No,
what pace?
but now you see
Like,
the thing is when you see standards,
yeah, but
like if you're used to how he has been in those title runs, how pivotal he was.
no, but now he's playing a more defensive role. He's not like in those areas where like he's like a extra guy that randomly shows up in like a box and he's
I feel like a free roll or
yeah,
something.
he's
like that, or
now
crushing that box.
yeah, he's now in a different role. I feel like he's doing okay in that role. He just needs. I like the way he played when we tried Jack Grealish in midfield.
Oh yeah, Jack
Those
Grealish
two-
had a good game.
Yeah,
What-
there's
what
a way
team was
they
it against before?
Nottingham. Those two
And
looked really,
Pep
really
said,
good.
Did Pep say probably he was wrong for sticking him at the wing
left,
position?
yeah. And then now the thing is, after Jack playing such a good game, he got like, what do they call nigos? Like a little bit of like now another injury scare.
Because yesterday
I'm like, bro.
he just came on in I don't know what minute.
Yeah.
And I also feel like your signings haven't had that impact you would think of. Like Savinho has flashes here and there, but he hasn't scored in like 21 matches. Then the other thing I'll credit this slope to is I feel like accuracy in front of goalies. I don't know what Haaland is going through. Because imagine how we started the season and we were talking on the pod, he's probably hitting more than 36 goals. But you can see clear-cut chances. Even in these games they've lost, but City still create enough to score. There are some clear-cut chances he's missing.
Yeah, I think that's
Straight at the keeper,
that's
not accurate.
That's another issue we have. It's not even just Haaland. It's all those forward guys.
What about the elephant in the room?
All those forward guys? Because like when you look at like the Prem,
There is a name I'm waiting
No,
for.
like
yeah,
Van
when you look at the
Point.
Prem, our goal scorer highest is of course Haaland. The next is Vardiol and Kovacic.
Vardiol ends up in centre forward
Yeah,
positions
but like-
and he finishes like a 9 and you wonder.
What happened?
But he's like a left back and it's a 6 at a. Yet we have players like Jack, we have Doku, we have Mateus Nunes, we have on this other side Savinho, Bernardo, Phil Foden,
Hold on.
KDB,
Hold on.
Gundo.
What's up with Miley Cyrus?
Now he's sick, and I'm like, bro, when do these things happen?
As
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like in front of goal, all those guys, not just Haaland, all those guys, they have opportunities to get the game. They create chances. Like it's because there was a time when I said we're missing KDB more. Then guys upped it up. They create multiple chances. They have like opportunities to get the game 2-0, 3-0. They get frustrated with themselves. The other team gets an opportunity. They score. Momentum in the game changes. Now we're losing. The score line even worsened. And I'm just like, if we had scored, if Haaland had scored, if Foden had scored, if Savinho is like, the thing is that he has like so many assists. I think he has like 5 or 6. But then the goal is not coming. Mateus Nunes just has like 9 assists, I think, or something. 7 assists or 9 assists. The goals are not that many. Like, they're creating. Haaland is not, like, I need, like, if Haaland is not scoring, okay, you guys
people
step up.
around him
Yeah.
should step up.
If he's having that like little thingy, then the people around him should now step up.
Conspiracy theory
But
time.
I was saying, Foden finally felt slander this week. He was doing a Clay Thompson, posting his previous achievements on his story. We know how he started the season. Obviously, coming back from the Euros, he wasn't getting that much game time, or he kept on coming off the bench. Then at a point, you said he had some personal life issues, right?
They're quite okay. Now I'm not sure which one it is, because someone said his kid was born with a couple of issues. The kid for Euros. Then someone is saying it's actually him with the issues, and I don't know which one it is.
I keep on wondering. I'm like, okay, your big dog De Bruyne is not there. Rodri,
No,
Rodri,
but
your
you can't-
best. Rodri, your best. Everything starts from having your best. Fine, is not there. But how many games this season so far have you watched Foden and you're like,
He's
going
giving.
to change something in this
He's
match?
giving 50%, 60% kind of performances. That's what I would say. But I wouldn't just.
50.
You wouldn't put all the blame on
Yeah,
him.
because
But
I've
me, I
told
feel
you
he should
all
hold-
the
he
forward
should hold
players.
some smoke.
All the
Not
forward players
some,
have been
all the
shit.
smoke.
So how is he the only person that you're highlighting?
Because he
All
is
the
the
forward
reigning PFA
We
player of the
expected
season.
higher. Obviously, you already know he had a stinker of a tournament coming, but you can say that about enough England players. That's fine.
Him
But then
only.
he came back this
Him
season.
only. This guy is just a hater.
But he came back this season. We are supposed to expect more from
Yeah, and
him,
I'm giving him criticism, but it's
you've
not
seen
just
him.
him.
I'm like, man.
Let me get into my hate bag. Phil Foden, I got here and told people you were a fraud. Thank you for proving me right. May I have no beef with you. But you cannot be the reigning Premier League player of the season, which was debatable in some people's eyes. They're putting you in the Saka Palmer
But he's
conversation.
there.
Gay,
Just
bro.
because he's
Don't-
having a bad season, you
Don't
can't
do
take
that.
from
This is
him.
not Rashford, bro.
I will take him.
This is not Rashford.
I will take him out of whatever conversation he was in before. This is now his level.
Then when he picks again, what
Then
will
what
say
will you
when he
say?
has form again?
No,
Me, I'm just saying currently I want him to hold smoke.
No, everyone should
I
hold
already
smoke.
had
Me,
the-
I'm not happy with the forwards. I'm not happy with the defense.
I already
I'll
had
give
the
them-
theory he was a Pep system guy.
Like Vinicius, for
Vinicius.
Ancelotti.
Let's not go there. Let's not go.
No,
Let's
you-
us deal with City.
Let us deal with City. My conspiracy theory is they're tanking on purpose. No matter how many injuries or key players
No
are out.
one
Okay.
gets a game check
Okay,
to
why?
lose games.
Listen,
Why?
that Rico case they're having, those 130 charges.
Yeah, 115
added
plus
more.
15. Apparently, there have always been 130. It's just
So
that 15 makes.
I was in the conspiracy theory bag. I think City is purposely tanking because of that Rico.
How does it help them?
Yeah,
That's the
I
logic.
want
That's
to
the thing.
like
For us, we
understand.
don't see, and we wouldn't.
So
know. That's
you
what I'm
think,
saying.
you
It's a
think
conspiracy.
you think if they have a lower league position, okay, let's say they don't finish in the top,
They may be trying to get
then
the.
Premier League will have some lenience.
Listen,
Like,
uh-huh.
and this is based off if they find them guilty and if they
They
don't.
are guilty.
Okay, lawyer.
Okay, so I think they're trying to get a sympathy angle from.
But then,
from
like,
the,
They're
if they
just-
went, listen, if they went 5 in a row, if they were, I still think they're in the conversation for in the title race, even if guys are writing them off. It's only what 11 points. 11, 9?
I don't know the current table.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Liverpool,
No,
didn't
Liverpool
play,
didn't
so I
play
don't know.
yesterday, they are
9.
35?
9.
I do think they are still in that conversation. This City team, you cannot tell me just because Rodri is out, you can't get 2 wins out of 9 games.
No, I've not said. I've told you it's not just Rodri.
But
Okay,
then you've
you
also
can't-
heard about the injury crisis.
Okay, and then
The
we are here
forward
talking
players
about
not
the forward
scoring,
mental, whatever, the
the
defenders.
midfielders
This is
are
the
what?
No, that was what Van said the last time we spoke about
I'm
Foden,
telling-
so I wanted to make
I-
sure I included it.
I think there's stuff that's going on that we do not know.
Yeah,
and
but
then when it comes out, stuff will start making sense.
like what kind of stuff? Related to the charges? Or
Related to the charges.
Not really.
But I feel like this, I don't know.
Listen,
Pep is out of sorts at the moment. Like his reactions. during
Managers
games.
are making jokes about those 115 charges and people.
But
It was only
let's
honest
say with the
slot.
Mourinho comment. What did he mean?
Not just slot.
Who else?
Oh yeah, I saw the honest slot joke. Yes, I saw that.
Chill
else?
slot.
Who
Do you
else?
remember your boy hinted on something when
Arteta.
he was going
That
at
he
it
has
with
been
people?
there or what?
So he
That's
knows
all you
something.
No,
people
but-
that don't contextualize those.
You're
things
reading
your
between
own
the
way to think
lines.
Like that.
Reading between.
I don't remember what
He
Arteta
said-
exactly said, but I feel like people look for any reason to.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
There is no smoke without fire. There is no smoke
Anyway, to give you an
without 130.
to give you an update, they're doing their closing statements this month, but then to
You don't get a judgment till
till I think
next season
yeah,
start.
of which
Now you
even
think
after
next
if
season.
if that charge goes in their if that verdict goes in their favor, you're going to see they'll still have an injury crisis and dominate. These fools are tanking on
Nah.
purpose.
We need to beef up.
both
Like
of you-
how you've seen all the teams that have, because we also had the injury crisis. Odegaard,
Listen,
the defenders,
this-
and you saw.
this-
I don't know how many
there's a
points we
drop
had
in
out of
quality. Yeah,
7 games. We were tanking.
these small comments Pep is making in the press that
no, Pep is just
every team wants to see them in conference or
But that's
league.
the truth.
What do you
No,
okay?
no.
So when they ask Pep a question, what do you want him to respond?
No, was it really a question?
They probably
I
asked him
think
about
he
the
is-
onslaught thing, and then
Uh-huh.
he said it's a joke.
Then
They asked him about the Mourinho thing.
It was towards Mourinho. He was like, Mourinho is probably one, just like all the other managers who want to see us
I mean, at the end of the
in
day,
League One or
Championship.
Championship and the conference, whatever they call it. So I think there's stuff cooking behind the scenes that we do not know, but City knows.
Nothing
But
else.
that's a conspiracy.
Become a
theory.
flat earther.
What does that mean? Oh, those people that believe it's not rounded.
We will be here when the verdict comes out, and
That will
stuff
be
will
Nah,
start
next
making
I
season.
sense.
promise.
There's nothing there.
Some of these games, if you are watching,
You just get
how
frustrated.
City has lost. And I'm telling you, you see goals Haaland was scoring.
The thing
this
is,
time he has been
the thing that
City.
pisses me off is that I have in my fantasy. That's why it
I
kills
sold
me
him.
the
I
most.
sold him.
It kills me the most because I'm
That
like,
is just
Because you saw Bournemouth move to them.
I know Bournemouth was good. That one was
Brighton
good.
came back, right?
Brighton came back.
fan.
Tottenham
Then
was
you remember the Champions League game
the
against
Sporting game. That one we should have killed it in the
tanking
40th
on
minute.
purpose.
Now
Nah,
they,
that one I don't
they are
see it.
missing players and whatever. Is
So I
going
hope
on at
I
the
hope we
moment.
do. I wouldn't say good business, but I hope we get I hope we address the issue in this what they call it.
Jan transfer window.
Yeah, I hope we get like that 6 that we're looking at a lot of options. Okay, there are a lot of names that I'm seeing.
I don't think you're going to spend with,
No,
with those charges.
Because I think we're going to get the 6. I think we may get
What
defender.
Zubimendi.
There is Zubimendi. They've been looking at over Alvarez. I think that's an Atalanta guy. There's
Alvarez. Edson Alvarez.
No, Atalanta.
Atalanta guy.
Then there's also another guy from Valencia. Then there is some guy who are called Chichi. I don't know which team that guy is on.
Guys need time to adjust. Anyway.
So I think if we get a 6 and maybe a centre back, and then we're expecting some kid that we bought last season to come and join the team. Oscar Boob will be back in Jan.
There's that.
Hopefully.
So
Hopefully.
we know at some point City will
To
their
click,
fortunes will
but I
change
don't.
and they'll get back
when
to
that
their
verdict
winning
comes out, they will go back to their
But
That's
I'm telling you,
next
the verdict
season.
is the verdict is necessary. You can't think they are going to stay in this rut and play how they've been playing.
on purpose. Yes. Yes, flat earth, call me whatever you want. Anyway,
But
but
nah.
that's my thought. This is all on purpose, not just injuries.
That seems like a stretch.
Mm-mm.
Big stretch.
It will make sense. I will be here.
As we spoke about the City Sporting, wasn't that like Amorim's last game as Sporting manager?
Was it?
I'm not
Did they
sure.
have a
Second
league?
last.
Did they have a league game?
And they have a league game over the weekend. I'm not
Anyway.
sure. I'm not sure.
It was one of his
We
last.
were going into that international break. After that international break, we obviously knew he was coming
through.
to United. What have been your impressions of him at your club, and if there has been any change in how you guys are playing, and looking forward, what are your hopes for the rest of the season with the new manager?
Well,
Because so far, his current record is 2 wins, 2 losses, and a
he
draw.
has 2 wins.
Leicester, right?
Well,
no,
no.
no.
he has
Leicester
one
was
win.
rude,
He has to have one win.
So Bodo Glimt,
and Everton. Yeah.
Oh, 2 wins. Those are his 2 wins. Okay.
Ipswich draw.
I wish the Bodo Glint was close.
I was very close. Like that team is weird. No way, but they were cooking.
They are Norway team.
Mm.
I thought it was Dutch.
Even in FIFA, they cook.
Anyway.
For the nerds, for the gamers, you all know. But Amorim, man, I was thinking we're going to keep Rude. You remember at the start of the season when I speculated that they got Rude because they know they're letting Ten Hag go by Christmas.
Actually, yeah, you were right.
Hey.
This guy was right on sackings.
Yeah,
said
I
Ten
was
Hag
like-
would be the first.
You chose your guy first.
Who?
Ten Hag, you know, he
Yeah.
said Ten Hag would be the first sacking, and you were
Ten
right.
Hag would be the first, and he was. It was so that by the time they give him Rude as his assistant, they let go of Ben. Guys without okay, I'm sure they have ambition, but they can't really say anything in the room and got him Rude. It was so obvious they were going to ask him. So I thought we would stick with Rude at least till the end of the season.
Oh,
My issue with Amorim or whoever hired him is United have an identity. The issue we've had with most of our previous managers is because they come with their identity or they come with their system that they want to put into that institution, into that club, into that team. This does not take away the fact that 80% of those players are bums. there's a word I can't use, but they're weak mentally, physically, and everything. It's only like 5 guys I would keep out of that squad. This does not take that away. But United was built as a counter. Okay, the United I grew up watching, the one I fell in love with, it's a counter-attacking, flashy winger kind of team. We may not get 70% possession or whatever, but we will beat you, and it will be fun to watch. You look at all the managers they've hired post Fergie, all of them have Bar Ole Gunnar, most of them have come with their own identity and tried to incorporate it into that team, and it's not worked out. Van Gaal, man, I remember that tactical man. Mourinho, he also had his own system. Ole tried to preserve the United way of playing. That's why the comments around Ole were a bit different. The team is fun to watch, but we would never win trophies. So I think he was like 2 to 4 signings away from winning trophies. But again, he had that set of players who do not change their spots, who are weak mentally, so he couldn't do anything. Then we got the Baldy from Netherlands. We also knew he was coming with his own system. It didn't work out consistently. He did win 2 trophies, but didn't work out. So Amorim, I don't recall the last manager we had trying to give us 3 at the back. If it works out, man, I'm hoping it proves me wrong. But this is just, you remember that stint Chelsea had with Graham Potter after Tuchel? Is it?
Hi.
I don't remember
Trust
who
and
Graham
believe, I don't
Potter.
know.
Chelsea has
Yeah,
had
been
many
mixing.
managers. I'm
Yeah,
also
but
trying to recall.
that Graham Potter
Yeah.
stint that was there for like 3 months or 4, whatever the period was. That's how I'm looking at it.
But you don't in particular games. You haven't seen anything change.
I've seen
for you
patterns of play, but because I know those players, Rashford, you can't fool me.
But he has been bagging. There's
Well,
one person. There are actually 2 people I'm waiting for you to blame. But go on in your conversation.
okay. I've never been more wrong as I have ever been with this take. Man, don't cook me. But I got on here and said we have Ronaldo.
regen.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I have never been more wrong.
When is he going to?
Well, he has the stats coincidentally, but when I see him play, I'm like, I think
There's
No, no.
Ratatouille playing in his mind.
I'm not.
Because he does the same things every time. He shoots when he's not supposed
And this,
to
by the
shoot.
way, this is
Holds
not.
onto the ball
This
for
is
too
not
long.
a knock
He should
to.
hold smoke.
This is not a knock to Messi, but I hear a lot of people speculating that we are more likely to see another Ronaldo than another Messi. I do not fall for that, especially in this day and age. We are more like God is likely to bless another player with Messi's
But
talent. If they
Now,
are
with how I would also disagree with that. I would be like, with how
We are not
football has changed. You can't stay on the ball for too long.
Exactly,
Every manager
exactly.
wants you to play one. Two
actually,
touch.
we probably will
You'll
never
see
see
any of those two
to-
guys.
again. Now with Ronaldo, I always thought his greatest suit was the mentality, not just the physical.
Fair
As
enough.
No, his
the
work
mentality is
going
up there.
Yeah.
Like
But we
I'm,
saw him crying after.
no, United broke him. United broke. That's how. When I see Amorim talking with all this enthusiasm, I'm like, bro, I hope you came.
No,
with a
but he
therapist."
also said you're going to suffer. Period.
Exactly.
I would also say all those players that are currently there. Those are Ten Hag signings. He has left him.
Yeah, I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
there's
I
two
don't know if you have,
there's-
because I don't know how many people you have to let go of, and Spurs struggle for a couple of seasons. But the thing with clubs like you guys,
you don't have time.
Chelsea, you don't have that patience to go through that struggle. A manager does this, the fans are outraged, you're out.
No, I think Amorim, if that board gave Ten
And I
Hag-
also saw that the fan base is not happy with Jim Ratcliffe.
Yeah,
And
so
whatever
that in your
they've
scale.
There's
the
been
tickets,
implementing so far.
the tickets. The
No, that's
cost-cutting.
I think that's a general issue for all clubs.
That's behind the scenes. May I see what I see on the pitch?
But
I do see some patterns of play. But like I said, some of these players, I know them way too well. I know it will come a point, just like with Ten Hag in his first season. He was here going to the Camp Nou and doing all that stuff, good stuff. And where we thought we have a guy. We have a guy. He ended the trophy drought. So I think the players that if I were him that I would stay with Ahmad by Ten Hag.
Ahmad has been playing.
Ten Hag.
Ahmad, you deserve something for Ahmad other than a sacking. Ahmad, I think Ugarte.
There's another person that even has bigger blame than Garnacho that you haven't mentioned.
Rashford is gone.
No. Not
Bruno, I would keep.
That club captain of theirs.
Well, okay, I've not been watching United
What
games.
game have you been
your
watching?
own club captain. Every game. This is why when I was telling you,
Don't start.
Odegaard
Don't
is
start.
levels above him.
Don't start.
Every game when United needs someone
He's not someone to
create,
depend on.
He can't hold on to the ball to save his life. He can't pass. He will just start spamming.
Okay.
And hope.
Spamming and
And
hoping.
inshallah.
Okay.
And his general morale when things are not going well around the team. We can do a Twitter search right now and see how many of your own fan base want him out and how much of the blame is still holding. But for you, because you always see at the end of the day, one GA.
One assist.
One GA.
One goal.
You see a goal, one assist. But his all-round game, how he's affecting the team,
Listen,
how he's pressing,
I do know
he has to
all the
a
things
large chunk of the blame.
all
for
the
those.
things you're talking about. I do see the defects or the downside to him as well. But when I tell you that squad is so weak that he is the cream, him and Ahmad are the creative cream, then you have to know how terrible we are.
But
No. In that United team, who else are you going to trust in Bruno's role? Don't tell me Mount. I
Manny
will slap
Mace,
someone.
let Manny Mace have a run.
No.
I will.
my God.
I will
How
slap
much
some-
was it? Over 60 M's.
Yeah.
And we never
He's over
mentioned.
there walking around with a 7 on his chest, yet he can't.
Give him a run. Actually, yesterday I think they took out Bruno for Mace.
My
was-
blood boiled.
That was something.
My
very-
blood boiled. As like Amorim, yeah, you're by not Feb, okay, by April. If you trust Mount, you're done. But anyway, Bruno, if I'm to, I think that guy has like 5 players he can keep: Ahmad, Bruno, Yoro, Mazraoui, Ugarte.
What about
Yeah,
the
but
butcher?
Mazraoui is good.
Mazzarri has been a...
That's
very
another
good.
take I was so wrong on. Butcher man, first go look for Ten Hag. Go look for Ten Hag.
You've turned on him.
Sandro out.
You've
Nah,
turned on
he's another
No, okay,
he's
it-
another suspect in the air. You know how they were saying they were crying on Wednesday about Arsenal's corners. Didn't they concede a corner yesterday?
No, the issue.
Lisandro was just staring at
No,
the sky.
what I'm saying is his the guys he can keep to fit his his system. Lisandro isn't there.
But Lisandro, okay, the thing I like about him,
Lisandro is composed on the ball,
no, he has a good pass in him.
passing too.
Yeah, that's.
But
really
yeah,
it. Everything else is.
Outside of those 5 I've mentioned, everybody else can get. Rashford, I'll start with you. I'll take you to PSG myself if they put in a bid.
There's
I'm
another
tired of Rashford.
There's another player you guys hype that he was the next coming of what midfield maestro.
Who?
But with his
Kobe
midfield,
Mainoo.
his food in midfield, But anyway, he's still young, long career.
Listen,
ahead.
that's why.
But I can still judge him on how you guys hyped him.
yeah.
And the bad run of performances he has had.
Mainoo, Garnacho, because we're in like what phase 2 of these kids, phase 2, phase 3.
I don't know where
So
this
I'll have
phase is.
s-
Because when people say phase 6, as now I'm like, who started counting the phases?
No, Ateta said phases. but
I know, I
we
keep
don't know where
hearing
he
it,
is.
but guys keep adding a number every
Okay,
season. You
we
know,
are in
in
year
this
3.
phase.
Year 3 of these 2 kids. So for you, I'll have smoke, but it's not the same amount of smoke as year 9 Rashford. Brother, what are you doing? Like what happened to you, man? You were that guy, and all of a sudden you can barely dribble.
But
past
you
the
can.
player.
I honestly feel like you can spread blame to all your forwards as well.
Even
Hoyland,
the
Rasmus,
strikers.
Rasmus were in year 2.
Zaxi,
Zaxi
you
were
don't
in
know
what?
what position he plays. No, he's a summer signing.
Yeah, summer signing. So, like I said, I'll have smoke for
You're-
those
you're
forwards.
giving
The
them
guy
time.
I would give most of the smoke is the guy who should be the leader, the guy who's been there for year 9.
No, Rashford should hold more blame than Bruno.
Duh.
Who controls that team? Who does everything have to go through to set up everyone else.
I don't know how many games of United you watch.
I've watched enough Bruno stinkers to feel this way.
And Rashford?
Rashford, with a new manager, didn't he have like 3 goals?
And Bruno has how many GAs?
He has one.
That's
What? GA?
Oh, GA. No, I'm not
GA.
sure. I'm not sure about
But
assists, but I know he
that's
has one.
Bruno's thing. He will start spamming.
Okay,
You know,
the thing with the comparison with Bruno and Odegaard, there's 2 different sets of players. Bruno is a hooper. Your guy, he needs some nurturing. Bruno is a
He
guy.
needs what?
Some nurturing.
Who?
Odegaard.
For what?
Not sure.
What doesn't he?
For his talent. For his talent. No, you need
Oh
to.
no, you mean like people
No,
coddle him, good system, nice
Exactly.
environment.
Now, I actually think if Odegaard got to a Pep team, that nigga would eat.
No,
Sorry. That guy would
It's not
eat.
that egregious.
Yeah.
That guy would eat. Like, he would. He's that kind of player. Now, Bruno, if you put Bruno with a tactical, he's not going to work out.
He's a maverick.
Whatever.
He
you
wants,
so this
he
is
wants
why-
to run the show,
Yeah.
do everything.
No, like.
But
Bru-
then
that's what I'm saying.
way he's limiting other people.
No, but that's how he excels. And that's how this guy we call the PE teacher got the best out of him. Like, no,
They'll just let him do whatever.
don't
he felt like. He had
complicate
like
things.
a free role.
Like, go do. If you feel that's what you should do, do it. And that's the essence of the game we used to love. Let the players take the risk. Sometimes it may work out. Sometimes it may not.
That's why you're.
Odegaard, on the other hand, you need to put a code in him. Hey, yo, the pass has to go here. The system is like this. These are the players that are around you, so manage that. Bruno, on the other hand, put him on the pitch, give him a ball, put 10 other players with him. If it works out, the game against West Ham where Ten Hag was sacked, Bruno had 3 clear-cut assists in the first 10 minutes. I can rewatch that game with you just to prove a point. And that's after he had gotten rest, and I think he wanted to start fighting for Ten Hag. Like, it's like he has a switch, which most of our players don't, unfortunately, because they're mentally challenged. I can't say the other word, but I want to use it. They are mentally challenged. So that's why I can't put the blame on him. Like, if I'm to look at all the players first of all, he puts in a shift, rarely gets injured, and then the GAs also come if the finishers are there.
But
Yesterday,
the things you
What?
keep on accepting in like draws.
what
you
things
also-
have I'm pissed.
like his habits when now he gets
No,
down on
your
that team.
anger towards Bruno is because you compare him to Odegaard.
No, he's not like that. That season he had when he had just come.
And
I
I've
don't know
told you the
how many
difference.
seasons he was into his Premier League. It will never happen again.
And I've told you the difference. Ole just, no tactics, just do whatever you want. Ten Hag, one of the most tacticals I've ever seen. Homeboy has even regressed him a bit, has put him a bit deeper.
Yeah.
A bit deeper. And he's still trying to do what he can. So I need a player like that who will at least fight. And the GS do come. But the rest of the guys around him, only like 3 are keeping up. Mazraoui and Ahmad. Everybody else, it's luck. Hoyland has to get lucky and get a touch.
Rebound.
A rebound. Zaxi. Anyway, your summer signings, I'll hold that
You're
smoke
going
for
to
you
give
next
him
week.
time.
I'm on
Finally, I'm happy we spoke about Garnacho because
Garnacho, my
the
brother.
hype. I don't know if you watch Rants. Do you watch Rants?
Rants and Bants.
No.
He has been against Garnacho for like 2 seasons and he's a stone.
But I don't know what happened to Garnacho. Like, it was so obvious.
Like, yeah, he looked like he
season
was-
when you think he's going to take the next step,
Step.
he just regresses to his same old
No, but the
habits.
funny thing is, his GA is up.
That's
Yeah,
the thing, but when you need him
When
to
you watch
effect
him, when you.
real games,
And yet, last season, I could almost...
I don't think
you
he had.
always expected him to be the one. Or like, if in
I
the
said-
hierarchy, if it's like Bruno, he was your second guy.
Actually, he was gay. This
He was.
this
He
gay.
was.
And
He
we
was.
are
was
talking about
rating
last
the-
season, yeah, that's how you
Bruno,
were rating him.
Garnacho.
Actually,
like,
yeah, when we did the best
the
players
ranking.
in every team, this guy had
he
Garnacho as a
was,
second.
he was that guy. Like, I had never been so sure of a young talent United had. Not even Rashford, not even Martial, as I was with Garnacho. And then watching him this season, that's what I'm saying. We are more likely. Okay, we'll never see Ronaldo and Messi ever again. Ronaldo mainly because of the mentality. I think social media gets to these guys. Garnacho is no longer that fearless guy who will try to beat you and make stuff happen. He's going to try and play it safe. Or I don't know if it's
No, it's when he die and do that. His decision
doesn't do
making
that
when
anymore.
when he goes in the final third.
He doesn't do that anymore. His finishing is questionable. So social media does have an effect on
And
these-
him and his brother are
this
very
new-
active on Twitter.
and he's young.
Garnacho.
He's young, yeah.
It's
Roberto.
called Robert, yeah.
Roberto Garnacho.
You will find that guy liking the most
Yeah.
outrageous things.
I
in
know.
it.
Yesterday he liked something, like
Something
anyway,
about
it's young behavior.
So
yeah.
for like you don't see anything changing with the manager, even if
No,
you
he's-
sign new players.
He's got no.
He needs-
If
he
if a
needs
club
time.
is able to back him, get him new players.
Because for speaking, he can speak. He can convince guys. Every other
He's
game,
an
I feel
upgrade
like
from Ten Hag in that
guy
area.
just
on
looks
the
like
mic, he's
When-
orator. He's going to convince guys.
when,
this thing is
when
going
we
to
had
work.
him. You remember that joke I made in the group? Guy just looks like if Mahrez and Bruno had a kid. That's what he
Oh
looks
yeah,
like.
yeah, you sent that.
And they look alike. He's like Bruno's brother or something. But the system, I do see some patterns, but mainly because I know these players. The hope is not there. We need a guy like Ancelotti. That's who I
I keep
had.
hearing you say that.
We need and I know Madrid will soon let him go. So that's the guy we needed.
But how many managers are you going to run through
through.
for you guys to
It
have
doesn't
stability?
matter. It doesn't matter.
So you just want to.
I want to win.
You just want end-to-end football where
End to-
United is winning.
Exactly. Give us the trophies, give us the entertainment. Even if we have to sack you in 6 months, I do not care. Let's
Yeah, I feel
get
like any person that takes over is just
No, but
shooting
because
themselves.
I've
Because
said-
that job certainty.
because of that point I made, United have an identity. They have
People
a
have come in trying to
tradition.
keep changing.
They've
make
come to-
iterations of
So
whatever
now you have
foundation you guys have had for how many years?
for 100 plus years. Okay, 26. Just forgive.
Faggy
Faggy,
era.
yeah, yeah.
26 years. So now you're left with this cocktail of mentally challenged players. Dalo, when I see you, stop hanging around Ronaldo, man. You're disgracing him because everybody attaches him to you now. Dalo is the most brain dead player we have, man. Like, did you see him yesterday? Good. That left wing of Dalo, Garnacho, and Zags. Sometimes Rashford. It just feels like damn man, whatever
Do you
is
think you
after
need a
that.
new goalkeeper? Oh, Nana is your goalkeeper.
Another thing
Onana
is,
is okay.
Onana has been great. It's just
He has been
yesterday.
okay this
Yesterday
season.
he
Just
had-
yesterday. Yesterday his brain went
It
back.
went back. It
It
reset.
went back. It reset.
Because that was that second goal was very.
Even
that
the
Morgan
guy who that
Gibbs.
scored it was like, man, I didn't expect
Yeah,
it to
Morgan
go.
Gibbs White kept.
I
he
didn't
expected
expect it to-
Onana to pick it up. And
But hey, so it is what it is. And then he wasted the last few. Like I said, mental
yeah,
challenges.
he wasted the last few seconds.
The free kick.
Yeah,
Yes.
he put it in front. then
Mentally, can I use the word? Can I
No.
use mentally challenged players?
But what you're saying is, when I read social media, your feelings are like,
Everyone's feelings.
yeah, because I
Because
think
it's
I was
obvious.
seeing lies saying, is it lies? Or
Yeah.
saying the same thing. Mentor, the mentor,
It
Yeah, the
can
players.
physically. It can
IQ. Guys are not athletes, or they just don't have pride playing for United.
No, they are. Okay, there's a big spotlight when you play for United.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. When you
it's
play for
there on
United, when you
like,
manage United,
every bad pass you make, it will be elevated.
scrutinized times 100.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So you need certain players with certain mental.
Strength.
So I can.
David
I can
Beckham
never,
level.
I don't matter. I don't care how many bad games Bruno has. I can never turn on him. He's the one who has showed me he will not shy away. He will get it wrong this game, and next game he'll come
I'll try it again.
and try it again. CR7-esque, like, I don't know if it's a Portuguese thing, like, I'll get it wrong, but I'm not going to
Go
shy
back.
away. Garnacho, he's gotten it wrong a few games, and I no longer see the man beater I saw last. That's wrong.
World
Pause.
beater.
The world beater I saw last season. Hey, Rashford, my brother, I think it's time. Let's get to year 10 if you're...
Anyway, as you guys are going through whatever you're going through, me, I'm delighted to watch it unfold as long as you keep suffering.
I'm not going to
Your remarks towards us are the same, so you shouldn't feel a type of way when I'm laughing at
enjoying
your
it, too.
demise. Yes.
No, the thing with my demise, it's always in season. I'll wait for his meltdown in May.
So, what's happening at Liverpool? What are those people in management doing? Not tying down probably their three biggest pillars in that team,
Yeah,
and
actually, all of them.
they are good.
Salah.
Why aren't they giving him a contract extension? Because they will say his age is 32, but if he's still producing at this, because 13 goals and
I
8
don't know how
assists
many
in the
assists.
Prem.
Hold on.
18.
Can I ask a question out of pocket? Is Salah pure baller?
No, I wouldn't put him as a pure footballer.
But you'd put Hazard there.
Yeah, but we are past that conversation now. By the at the end of Salah's Prem tenure, whenever he decides to pack it in, he's going to be spoken about as one of the Prem
Top
goats.
20, yeah.
I kept on saying, man, that guy, like, he doesn't get the respect. Even that one particular season where was that the season where him and Mane had
That's some goals.
and
Shared the boat with Alba.
and people were saying, did they win the Prem that season? No, was that they won the Prem the season before?
I don't
Anyway,
think
there's a
they
season
did.
they won a trophy and people tried to prop Mane and put some smart on Salah's name. But anyway, this season currently you're seeing it in all the big moments. Is the one delivering for them currently. So imagine he adds on a second Prem. What is his legacy going to look like when he's leaving that club, delivering, being a pivotal player in 2 Prems for them?
You see, even if he doesn't add the second Prem, he's
Still pivotal.
Because honestly,
top 5 right
how
wingers. ever.
Carragher was outraged that usually he doesn't do those cool down room interviews where he came out and he was like, it's looking more like he's more out than in.
You know.
No, but he has also said after the City game, he said that's the last time he's playing City. Like, what was he trying to do?
To a point, they were saying it's like he's doing this on purpose to put
The
pressure on
management
the
will-
board.
yeah.
Because in the cool down, there was an exchange with him and Van Dijk after his comments. I think he was snacking with Van Dijk. They were laughing under their breath or something, and it's like Van Dijk is in support of whatever he's putting out. Is like, if these people don't see the value in us, let's put pressure in the public. Because I think the general sentiment of most Liverpool fans would be to keep your best player
Yeah.
or probably
Players.
the last how many seasons.
I don't know why Trent doesn't have a new contract yet. But that's
No,
another-
from what I've been reading recently, it looks more that he's going to get a new contract. Because now, amongst those, because the Liverpool guys keep saying the team has a structure, we don't go out of the way we do things.
the salary cap.
So yeah, now for Salah and Van Dijk, it seems they want to be amongst the highest Prem earners. Deservedly so.
They want more money. And
Yeah,
stuff.
and more years.
More years, yeah.
So now it's a thing of, I think Liverpool are offering Salah like 2 years and he wants 3.
Yeah, he wants 3, yeah. Assured years.
And guys are saying maybe he'll decline. Let him decline. If he's playing like this and he's going to lead you to more trophies, pay the man now. And for like Trent, they were saying Trent obviously is way younger and he has a
Still has
long career.
Long career.
If he stays, he's definitely going to be a legend for the club.
He's already.
With his young age, he's already a club legend. But if he was to leave without recouping anything for them, like homegrown, because there have been these rumors of him going to Madrid. Over
Ate
his
for
boy
free.
Bellingham is there. Now imagine he goes there for free. I'm still perplexed at how you don't how you don't pay such players. Because this season, Salah, every time Liverpool have needed a goal,
It's from him.
it's from him. And with the way he creates, tomorrow, sign, we are done, no more debate. But these things we break the system. There are some anomalies that you get. And we've seen like his growth when he came back to the Prem, because he was raw when he was at Chelsea, couple of loan spells played in it. When he came back, he has gone to those heights. He's now that guy. They should pay him his money.
I think it's more to do with how the financial fair play rules have changed, or they're now tighter.
They also affect wages.
No, okay, for whatever reason, I think Liverpool look at their spending budget.
Liverpool is
They
tight.
don't. They barely. But then
They
when
barely
you
spend.
when I have a bone to pick with Liverpool fans as well. Like when they say Arne Slot is doing this in his deservedly, so he has been
But this is Klopp's
good
team.
showing. But I'm saying he has had a pillar of players, mainstays, and you're seeing how they've stepped up this season.
Experienced.
So
Everything.
you can't tell us it's his first season, we don't sign. You've added on pieces here and there, but the guys that do the work are doing the work.
That's true. But I think not just FFP, but Baldy, the one we fired, the fraud, there was a comment he made via, I think during the transfer window, where he was like, these days we have more accountants than scouts. So I think financials are very, very tight, and not just on Liverpool, but every team.
Yeah.
So as much as I think it's a no-brainer, Salah shouldn't even be negotiated
he should.
or having to move the needle in the public, Liverpool also have to think of the organization. You're seeing what United is doing. We are firing staff. We are increasing ticket sales. Maybe Liverpool is not at liberty to do that. They know if they're to give Salah that contract,
They have to get the money from somewhere.
they have to get the money.
But then
somewhere.
put it this way: if you let him work for free, who are you going to replace him with?
Yeah, that's what I was going
Where
to say.
do those goals come from? Who's going to?
Because you can't-
obviously, I wouldn't even say tickets because those are big clubs. They would always have
replacement
fans.
already.
But I'm saying for Salah, how do you replace his production?
You don't.
Because now
just
you
have
look,
to live with what
you look
have.
at who is playing with
And
at that
how are
front
you
line.
going to compete for things when you don't have that type of player?
Because you can't depend on Darwin Núñez.
I don't think, my verdict, I don't think he'll work. I think they'll come to an agreement, backdoor agreement or whatever.
And like
but it won't work.
the back and forth with like club legends, like let me say Carragher.
Yeah, those guys
I'm
always
like,
know
bro, shut
something.
up. You didn't win a prem for those guys. This guy brought you guys your prem.
I mean, I think Mane had the same issue with Poole when he walked.
No.
It was
it
a
that?
salary issue. He wanted more money, and they refused to give him more. Then he went to Bayern, where he got the money he wanted. You recall?
Yeah.
So I think they're saying, guy. I think at the time they had a toss-up between Salah. And
Yeah, no, I thought it was that. I thought they just picked Salah over Mane.
They chose to give Salah. They were willing to give Salah more money than.
Yeah, but Salah has been too consistent for too many seasons, man. I don't even see him falling off in the next 3 years.
Yeah, but no, I now see the point of probably like Liverpool is just stingy.
Stingy.
Yeah.
And it might not even be their fault, but financial rules are.
Not even that.
too
Like I'm
tight.
thinking about it. Even when they have expensive signings, yes, but they only just buy one player.
One player, a window or
You get
something.
like one expensive guy and then one unknown
So
guy.
I don't think it's anything to do with Liverpool not wanting to retain Salah.
Even the wage bills don't seem.
They
I don't.
for the kind of players they have.
They never have crazy
They
wage
don't.
bills
Like,
like
I don't
other
think they're in the
teams.
top 20 paid. Like you'd be shocked that someone like Rashford is getting more than Salah. Someone like.
Or in the similar. Now in Sancho's contract at United, you are competing with those guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like
They were paying him around the same.
I'm trying to remember the exact stat. I think there are like probably 12 United players, and maybe the first Liverpool person comes into play, and I think Alisson or Van Dijk.
Yeah. Liverpool have a tight. Yeah,
they're tight on their money.
pass.
They're tight on their money.
Pass.
So
but I think
that
they'll
could
work
be
it out.
it. But I think that I saw today that they're offering him 2. I don't know if he wants 3, but I don't know if he'll accept that.
I think they'll come to an agreement. It's beneficial for both.
But Van Dijk and Trent, I don't know how they're not locking those ones down.
Trent,
How old is Van?
Trent-
Wait, how long? how
Trent
old
might
is Van
just
Dijk?
want to go.
All those guys' contracts are done this
Yeah,
year.
no, I'm saying how old is Van Dijk?
30 something.
Still
Probably
is still
just
in
hit
his
30, yo.
still in his. I mean, we have seen Pepe play at 39. So
Pepe is different.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm saying
Pepe
he's
played
still
into his 40s.
he played full. That's what I'm saying. You still have to lock down Van
Thiago
Dijk.
Silva,
He's not actually still playing Brazil.
Brazil or wherever. Yeah, but that's it. I think they'll come to an agreement, all three.
If they don't, I'll be shocked. I will be because
Exactly.
who do you replace him with?
Who do you
Oh,
replace?
Van Dijk is 33, sorry.
Is that a 3? That one I would refuse to give him 3 years.
But then
But he's been solid, man.
The way to depend on
Well,
Kwasa
With the way, no, I'm saying with,
Konate.
with how,
partnership. Who's going to
anyway, there are more games currently, I don't know how much it would take a toll on his body. But I'm saying, I'm saying with how these guys have treatment, what and what not. Like how these athletes
They
look
recover,
after their
yeah.
bodies currently. I feel he can go for more years. You've seen defenders. Anyway, it depends on how much they are willing to pay.
Again, Pepe and Thiago, who are
You
they?
don't think Van Dijk is from that ilk?
He is, but I don't think they played this many games a season.
Yeah,
Liverpool is in like what, 4 competitions?
competing.
Yeah, they are
everywhere.
They are
And they're
shining.
competing.
They are
Everywhere.
shining everywhere.
They're still in Carabao.
I
Yeah.
think
They
so.
are.
Carabao. There was a season where they almost quadrupled and they just lost out.
Isn't that Klopp's last season? Very disappointing. I'd be
No,
very
not
pissed.
the season before. Because he
Yeah,
had
that's
No,
the last one.
the season before they were shit.
the season before they were shit. They almost did a quadruple, but
No, they were shit. Like they were fifth. They ended fifth.
yeah, okay, the season before that.
Before
one.
that one, maybe.
They almost did a quadruple, and then
They won that season. They won FA.
Carabao.
Oh, the one. Yeah, and then they fumbled Prem
Prem
and
and Champion.
Champy
Champion, I think they lost to Madrid,
again.
and then but Premier League they lost to the Thieves. So yeah. I don't think Pepe and Thiago ever played that insane amount of
Anyway,
games.
me, if I was Liverpool, I'll lock down those guys.
Those guys, you locked them down.
But
Even
sure,
the young kids.
At Van Dijk's age, give him a 1-year extension.
2 plus 1.
Two, I'd give.
Maybe the last year.
But
is
anyway,
team.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
their
yeah.
point, they have every right to feel like, yo, we
Well, with all we've done.
put this club back where it should have
so we
been.
should demand what?
Yeah.
We weren't getting paid as much as
When
some
United and
Sancho.
their wages.
I'm sure Salah probably looks at Rashford's wage and is like, guys,
Sus.
there's a mismatch.
You know, he looks
Sancho.
He looks like Rashford. Looks at Sancho.
Chill on JS7.
No, I'm just saying his salary. Then he looks like.
Oh yeah, I'm saying Waji has more vim for JS7.
Probably looks like at
Chill on, my boy, we
at
are
the
back, we are
KDBs, the
back.
Haaland.
The
These are the
ca-
guys I'm on the level. I don't know why aren't I getting the same.
Why am I not getting the same money?
Yeah.
So,
I get his point, but
okay.
Anyway, this player's struggles this season do something to me, man. I don't even want to put smart on his name because currently he would be my front runner to be that guy. But with how he has settled in at Madrid, how the season has gone so far, he watched the most Madrid out of us, I would assume.
Yes.
So tell us what's happening over there. Why is Mbappe struggling?
I said it even before they signed him. So I don't think I need
okay,
to
no.
elaborate
Okay,
further.
talk about
Do you
this
think
period
he
where
should
Vinicius
move
has
to
been injured.
The left wing.
Yeah. But
He's
that's the
never
thing.
moving to Vini's
You
number.
guys called me a madman when I said those two play the same. One is more efficient, but one is more efficient because he's been in a farmers league. Now he has gotten to a league where they don't give him that much space, and even those left wing flashes are questionable now. He's not the same guy I saw in 2022, that World Cup fight. Whatever PSG did to him in that last year must have really taken a mental toll on him. Because you see a guy who's not confident.
Pens, man. Those pens is missing.
He's not that. Y'all are Messi fans. I don't think anybody has ever given you a heart attack as close as Mbappe did in that 2022 final.
I wouldn't say that.
But like, he was that guy, and he was moving like that guy. But this season, going back to Old Boy's YouTube channel, I think he hinted on Mbappe has gone to Madrid, but let's see if he has it up here. I'm sure you've seen that.
What is his GA though?
No, the GA is there.
No.
But it's a basic GA.
Yeah.
For the
those are
kind
not his
of
numbers.
Not even that. He can have the good GA, but then majority of the games we've watched him, sometimes I'm watching like, Mbappe, what happened? Fine, you could. Man, we're not going to get another Ronaldo in this sport. Ronaldo is a guy I could put in any position in the forward. Winger, 9, 11, whatever. And I was sure I was going to get a good game. But now you can imagine you have two similar sets of players who do the same thing.
Even.
Play the three.
Yeah, Rodrigo as
They
well.
play the same number, but you have to pick and choose. Someone made that comment last week where if Mbappe was that guy, he should have walked in there and everybody else was supposed to say,
You're
"He's
that guy."
But now everybody else just looks at him like you're one of the guys. There's Bellingham, who I think is
No, Bellingham. I think like the way you've hinted on like that mentality thing,
Nah,
where
I
you go to
respect
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you should respect Bellingham.
I'm respecting Bellingham a bit more. That first season of his, at
You've
his
showed
age,
up what and you're
at
balling.
his age, 20. When I look at the bums I have in United, the mentally challenged, and I see what Bellingham can do, I respect him a bit more. Vinicius didn't have a good first season, but he was an 18-year-old coming in from
Hey, he came that young.
Brazil.
Yeah.
When Ronaldo had just left, he came in. He had to bench for the pure footballer Eden Hazard for a few games, but he did take the reins afterwards. So Mbappe, I think it's a mental thing, one, and then two, when he's given the chance to play on the left wing, which he has been given the last few games, because
Yeah, with
Vinicius,
Vinny's injured. Yeah,
he has to make sure he locks it down. But I've not seen that. Even last
because now
night,
But then
Vinny's
when
back.
Vinny's back, you still have to find out to play all those players.
Ancelotti said Vinny feels more comfortable in the middle.
I saw that comment as well.
So we may see
A striker.
Vinicius in the 9 or 10 or whatever. So that
But last season, you guys played. Okay, you guys played too many formations. Yeah, you played two.
That's
Then
what
also
I
you
love
played
about
false
Ancelotti.
nine.
That's what I love
Then
about
you
Ancelotti. Just hoop. Don't care about the tactics too much until we have a formation. I think Chouameni in the centre back. I've seen Kamavinga in the left back. I've seen Valverde in the right wing. Obviously, you
No,
need
there are injuries.
Obviously, you need quality players and players who are willing and able to play for the team. But Mbappe, man. Anyway, let's wait for next season. I won't slander him as much his first season. But to my point, I did say I don't think
He should have
Madrid
come.
needed him. It's not even a matter of we need Mbappe, so let's get. You didn't. You have an Mbappe and even a better one with Samba sauce. To me, anyway. If I'm watching both of them, I'm more entertained.
We can hold the smoke now. I have no comments. The sun will shine on us again.
Vinicius, you had him, and then you had a Vinicius Mini Pro,
Rodrigo.
So now you're trying to get. I don't know what.
Are there rumors of Rodrigo leaving?
Nah, but they'll.
They're there, but I don't know how
I don't-
strong they are. Like
I
don't know
see
how.
any of them, and that's the thing. It's also an ego thing. I don't see any of them willing to say maybe Vinicius. Maybe
Willing to say
Vinicius
what?
is. That's why Vinicius is willing to try out the 9, so that Mbappe can play his most effective role. You see, even when Ronaldo joined Madrid, he didn't join alone. He joined with a flood of stars: Xabi Alonso, Kaká, Benzema, like guys who are not at his level but weren't that far of him stardom-wise. But then you have to take the bull by the horns and say, hey, I don't care who you all are. I am him. And I will prove I am him. I don't think Mbappe has that mental switch right now
so
to
you-
take the reins from Vinicius or even Bellingham.
So you're giving him this season.
I'm even this season to settle.
You know, in music, how you have a hot first album and you have a sophomore slam.
Sophomore.
So we are coming back. We shall rise again after this
No,
season.
no. Also, the leagues matter, man.
I keep seeing those tacticals on Twitter.
No, it's not that.
However,
If you
He's
watch
not a
the
La
technical
Liga is
guy.
too technical. Mbappe is not at that level.
I
I'm
think-
like, in my head, I'm like, I've seen this guy do things. I feel he has it.
Oh, okay. The adjusting is what's taking.
He just needs to find his. Me, I can never give up on him.
When it finds his rhythm.
But with all the slander currently, I can
Wait,
hear it.
you'll be like
Then
us
what-
with Rashford.
What about him deciding?
Mbappe, Rashford is here. You can't even mention those points in the same sentence. So whatever point you're trying to make,
Anyway,
I
I'm
can't.
beefing Rashford
Yeah, I
right now.
can't
So
take
you-
What about him deciding to like not playing for the
I saw
country?
that.
He's
They're saying he's
focusing.
trying to boost his stats
No,
in
no,
the
no.
league.
He's trying to
That's what I'm
be
saying.
important for Madrid, and he's also his goal is Ballon D'Or.
Again,
what.
there's.
So he's-
And that's what I meant. He's trying to boost his stats towards the Ballon d'Or. That's why he wants to play more club football.
than
there's
country.
also an angle we don't really consider
Like what?
when we're having these discussions behind the scenes. I think there's something really, really serious that happened with Mbappe and PSG that hasn't yet hit the news.
I know they've been fighting for salary, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
some
anything
money,
else
Some money
that
there
they had
they're
refused
supposed
to pay.
Fiorentino keeps saying Mbappe did something no one else would do to join Madrid, and I don't think that's just the salary, taking a salary cut.
No, I feel like, okay, this is just my theory. I feel like maybe he had an agreement with that Qatar guy.
Because
went
PSG is like a prison. Very rarely do you go there and leave on your terms. How many players tried?
Disgruntled guys, man.
If they want you, you will stay there by force, whether you like it or not. Verratti tried, I remembered, in the mid 2010s. Not Di Maria, who am I forgetting? Cavani tried in the mid 2010s. Like, they had their star players who were disgruntled.
But they keep you until they chase
Neymar, I do think Neymar at a certain point wanted to leave.
Yeah, they were fighting for some time as well, yes.
Exactly. So I think with Mbappe, because remember, even before he joined Madrid, there was a year where we were all sure he was going to Madrid. And then I think he took a trip to Qatar, he came back, and something was different.
The World Cup, actually.
Was it the World Cup?
Yeah. It was the World Cup.
Was it? Oh, yeah. It was the
World Cup season, yeah.
Yes, okay.
When he came back, he
signed a new contract, which was very odd because the Fabrizios and...
they were so sure.
David. Everybody was
David
sure.
Einstein.
Everybody was sure he was going to Madrid, and something just happened. So PSG have shown, like, if we want you, you will stay. If you force your way out of here, I really think there is something we've not yet seen that probably affected him mentally. Because if I watch Mbappe, the Mbappe I watched in the last 10 years compared to the Mbappe I'm watching now, it's two different players. And it can't just be the Jose. It's different.
As I said, the sun will shine on us. You can talk all
again. I'm not an Mbappe.
You can throw all a smart.
No. Listen,
You're an Mbappe fan.
I'm an Mbappe fan.
Just didn't want him
You
in
wanted him
Madrid.
at United.
Yes, because that's where he belongs.
Anyways, speaking of United, when did United become crybabies?
Who's crying?
United.
With the set piece thing that has been going on in the league.
We'll be here in May.
Relax.
We'll be here in May.
The game ends. All I'm seeing on Twitter, Tony Pulis, Stoke. I'm like, hold on.
Even the pundits themselves were saying it.
How
like
do
Babatov?
how do
Roberto Martinez has no affiliation to us, but he recognized everybody should.
Oh yeah.
We suffered
He's the
against
Portugal
Stoke, and
guy.
I'm getting the same vibe with
how do you get corners in the first place?
No, me, I'm not angry at you all scoring corners.
Guys have tried. I'm like,
I think
what are we doing that hasn't been? I also saw, though this is recent, that slander has come back tenfold currently after the United game. Everyone is not happy. Yet to create 13 corners, you're obviously doing something in the final third.
Exactly.
All your chances in that game came from set pieces. Then I see a video of Mikel Obi, I think months ago.
And Obi has no affiliation to United.
And he's speaking. No, his grievance is with how the keepers were getting pinned in.
Yeah.
Ever since guys complained, this is what he said, which I also feel is disingenuous. It's like he has been there for 4 seasons, overspent over 700 million. Your main source of goals is corners. I feel that is disingenuous. Fair enough, we've scored like 22 goals from set pieces.
From
but
when?
This week, where?
From when? Like when?
This year alone.
From Jan, eh?
Yeah, this year.
I thought you were saying this season.
No.
I thought last 2 seasons or something.
Where I feel that is disingenuous. This week alone, before we scored the corners against you guys and Gabriel's goal against West Ham, we had scored 3 against Nottingham Forest. We had given Sporting 5 in Champions. We gave West Ham, fine, there's a corner there. But since when do people have a problem with having more ways to score goals? How have set pieces become
I
this
don't
bad?
think...
Then from the Mikel Obi thing, where even you complained about it, that thing where Ben White stands in front of the
that's not any issue with your corners. That's otherwise I don't
fine.
mind.
Ever since then, they stopped doing it.
No, it's still
But
there.
there's a lot of chaos around the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
4 seasons ago. I can never forget this. That's why I can never feel any remorse when we score set pieces. First game of the season, you know how pumped you are for the first game of the season. We go to Brentford.
Okay.
The Brentford guy pins in Ramsdale. Header. 2-0. We are the weakest team in England. And then everyone else was fine then. There was no outrage then. But now, when it's Arsenal that does something, I know we have insufferable fans, but when Arsenal does something, it's like 10 times amplified.
No, but then now there you're justifying something wrong. Like Brentford, I don't remember the game. Is that the game where you lost 3? No, you guys are the ones that lost 3.
First game of the season.
Yeah, but then it's a wrong thing. The goal should be cancelled. I have a problem with those kind of it's different from what Aston Villa does, where you see Leon Bailey chatting up with the goalkeeper and then he runs away from the guy.
But I'm saying now what I'm saying, ever since then, when have we done it?
You do it.
It's not like every game we score from a corner. The ref has the ref. No, this year alone, by the way, we have 100 goals. I don't know how many corner goals you'll find there. But the ref has a duty. If it's a foul, call it then. If you want to say we are cheating, tell the refs to call it. But if you can't defend the set pieces, don't come. I was too shocked. United used to be big bad guys. But after that game, the crying you guys did, I have no respect.
I think the United game is because probably they started the game well, they looked good.
Now, you see, where I later found out that they were pissed, they felt that they played well that game. Yet, in the first half, you had no shots from and you just held
but they looked organized compared to what they have been playing.
And that's fine. Now, when I tell you, when Arsenal used to play well, but we go to grounds and they slaughter us, and we say, but we played well, how would Twitter treat us? Of which, one of the United guys that has been pushing this agenda, 2021 is there saying, Arsenal is the weakest team ever in history. These guys are soft. Then you come to the Emirates and you can't do jack. You cry about corners. Big old Red Devils. You're crying about corners. How the mighty have fallen. I can't respect you guys. But what I will say is, if there are any fouls in those set pieces, the refs should call them.
Yeah, that's
my point. So you can't thingy people that are taking advantage of the system. If that's taking advantage of the system,
no one is.
You can't throw smart on that. You guys were displeased.
That Arsenal has a way of scoring goals.
Yeah, they have a free kicks, corners.
I think the guys who complained were complaining about how you score your corners. Mikel was talking about how Ben White or whoever goes to obstruct.
I've told you that thing they cried about it over what game of this season. We no longer do it.
Me, I'm not going to cry about the.
It's not been so much of late, like I'd say in the last 5
games. Because people started crying about it. Okay, listen, I'm not going to sit here and start talking smack against Arsenal when they just won a game, rightly so, against us. But that was like Amorim's 4th game, and we're in phase 6 at
that's No, Auntie, now that's where I have a problem. We don't console. If you lose, you've lost.
Okay.
Because the same way you say we played well, but that shit doesn't count. That's why I don't want any moral victories from you. Okay. Don't even mention to me over phase what.
Guys.
When new manager bounce thingy was giving Leicester 3 goals, were you saying this phase over what?
Again, for the United fans watching this, I'm sorry, but we know the drill. Don't argue with an Arsenal fan, just wait. And I will be here in May.
Keep crying.
They celebrate everything except
babies.
They celebrate everything
babies
except trophies.
Now you guys have become too weak.
We shall see.
Soft as babies.
May. I mean, at the end of the day, set pieces are important.
No, me I have no.
But
it's just that some of them are sus, but
I'm too
shocked.
But which United fan did you interact with that told you
like
had
one
an
in our
issue?
circles.
Fair enough. My problem is with who?
The general.
Whoever I see, whatever I interact with on my
Twitter,
social media.
No,
and that's bigger than any platform of over circle of friends I have.
Yeah.
You can do the survey there and see what the
Yeah,
general...
I saw
I'm
the
like-
guy. I do see internet
I'm like,
guys.
what are you guys talking about?
Internet guys crying about
Because
it, but
those things of moral victories over we played well, man. It's like how you wanted me to feel bad from our game last season at United when we Trossard scored the 1-0. Fair enough, United was depleted and Arsenal was shaky, but they still
Is that
got
the game
1-0.
where Garnacho scored?
No.
Oh.
1-0 at Old Trafford. Then after that
okay.
game, United guys are saying, but we
But
don't
I
have
did-
these players.
No
you
one-
guys didn't even...
When you were
Whatever-
beating them.
whatever way we play, if the 3 points are there, that's enough for me. I don't want to hear about we played well, but we lost.
But how did you feel about your coach, like the team that he set up for that game?
Yeah, because
Ahmad
a lot of
was
starters
on the
actually.
bench. What?
the Ahmad one was the only questionable one.
Even
Maz,
yeah, I don't think Mazrui played in that
did
game,
Maz
did he?
start?
It was a lot of changes, and I was like, this is a big game. I would expect.
It is what it is, man. They won. Let them take their victory lap. I'll have mine.
Just hold that
I'll
dagger.
have mine.
Hold that dagger in the chest. We will come
I won't argue.
we will come to OT, Millie Rock, everything. Anyway,
When
who
is,
are
that,
you?
when is that game going to be?
It's down the road.
It's later in the season. It's how
I don't know.
the
I'm
fixtures
not saying
switch
that
up.
fixtures.
Chap, chap.
Emirates used to be like, what? Dance floor.
Yeah, Lingard used to be
Four
there,
straight.
so
4 straight.
It's
so.
okay. It's okay. So I want
Let's-
veganism.
I don't even feel like I've watched good enough football to have Ballon Dor picks at this stage in the season. But
Yeah,
if they were front runners, who would your top 3 be?
no specific
Abolish
order.
the
no
Ballon d'Or after what we saw this year. I mean, Messi's the year before was the biggest robbery after Modric's, but then it's like they're trying to one up.
I told you, tournament
Every
football. Yes, we shall rise up.
The Modric one looked sus in 2018, but we're like, alright, it's come. Then the Messi one, the season Rodri had a right shout for the Ballon d'Or was the treble season. The treble, he had the three-peat and the treble in the same season. And y'all chose to give it to a midget who won in
Do we vote?
December.
Yeah, I was shouting for Haaland. He had
Wait,
broken
did
records.
Ancelotti
What?
say something of, or was it Perez? After the Vini thing, he was like, Oba, which countries didn't vote, Oba?
Uganda? No,
Yeah.
Uganda.
voted.
Oba, if these people didn't vote, Oba, if these people...
Uganda voted for
Yeah.
someone else.
Uganda voted for Rodri.
We are sorry, Vinny.
Me, I'm not apologizing.
Anyway,
No, I've forgotten which country.
We are veering off the point. Who are you? Do you have any...
That's my point.
3
Abolish
picks.
the even fifth, the best. I saw Messi as a nomination, and
Because he won Copa. I wouldn't say it's him, but
And
and also-
Still there
Messi-
before ahead of Lautaro.
no, that one was shocking because I
It's
saw
not shocking. It's a robbery.
no, because I saw Valverde there, and I'm like, where is Valverde
So
there?
for you, that was the issue.
Valverde, Messi, the rest seem to be.
And not
But isn't
Lautaro.
Valverde justified, though?
How?
Valverde is justified because Madrid.
Valverde is class.
It's
Yes,
Compared to
Va-
Martinez.
Two?
Martinez.
No,
which
I'm
are-
not-
You know who
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
Martinez
to like
is for.
Messi.
Say it what it is.
No.
Because Messi, even that Copa, he didn't necessarily play.
Wasn't
well.
he injured
Then
that
he was
final?
injured in like the
Yeah,
final.
yeah, yeah.
Lautaro was the top scorer. Messi wasn't the top
He also
assist.
had La Sierra, what, all the stuff.
Serie but he
Yeah,
wa-
so I would be more aggrieved if I was Valverde seeing Messi in front of me. No, actually, Lautaro.
Lautaro has
No,
a
there's a
shot.
name I don't want to say, but I don't want to get into that.
Say it. Say it.
No, no, no.
Say it.
No, no.
I dare you. Just say it. No,
I don't want to say
I want to argue against it, but I want to
No,
know. I
no.
honestly have no clue who you're talking about. Say it.
Like I just feel like the best players from all the leagues should have been there.
Who?
Phil Foden wasn't there. That's the
Scratch
thing.
what I say.
No, but that's the thing. That's
Miley
why I
Cyrus.
looked at those two and I was like, okay.
Nah, the only sus one was Messi. That was
Nah,
that was
that's what
weird.
Valverde-
But
'cause
anyway, my point is,
Messi at this point, I just laugh because I know it hurts a certain
Fan
it
base.
doesn't hurt, but you just look at it and you're like, you guys.
And then I want him
you're
to
not
win
even
it.
hiding it
I want him to
anymore.
win it.
You're not even hiding.
I don't know. You know the DeMarcus Cousins meme?
Which one? It's getting ridiculous. I hope y'all can see it. It's getting ridiculous. Because even the fans themselves, they know, hey, this is
Nah,
not.
man, me, I know it's going to touch you. That's why I'm like, man, if they give him, if they include him in anything, me, I don't care.
Okay, top 3 Ballon d'Or.
Like if you were to pick right
This
now.
season, I don't know. I'm like in my head, I'm just drawing a blank.
I think
can't
Lewa.
of anyone.
Lewa has a shout.
That's a
True.
good shout.
Lewa has a shout. Lukman?
Oh, okay,
Atalanta.
he's very underrated by the way.
Underrated.
Good picks. I might just choose your whole pick. I'm putting Lamine there.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Anyway, my 3 is done.
By the way, I also want.
Lewandowski, Lookman, Lamine.
I also got on here and said I'm not. I wasn't
Sold.
really sold on that
You're still
whole.
on that Ansu Fati thing.
Not
No.
Fati,
You're not sold on
Hansi. No, I'm sold on Hansi, but I'm not sold on Baka
Bakati.
dominating the whole
they've had
season.
They've had some draws and some losses.
They're
I,
like
I
three.
said Hansi was the right man, but as a fan who's experienced with players who can't change their spots for the last 10 years, it was so obvious what Flick was going. He was going to hit. Those players were going to hit a ceiling, and then would start seeing their actual levels, which is what he is probably seeing now. So the third pick, Salah.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm changing. No, Lamine.
So now, really, that's interesting.
no, actually, mine, Salah, Lewandowski, Lamine. Yes, I'm not putting Lookman.
All right, racist.
Yes, Brown Yamal in
I
there.
have Lamine there. What are you saying?
Yours is what?
Lookman,
Lewandowski.
Lewa, Salah. Yours?
Your front runners.
I wouldn't have Lewa in there, which is interesting. He's so. I feel like Rafinha should be getting shouts.
Yeah, you can
as
also
well.
get some praise. Anyway, we don't have to have the same list, so.
Okay, so it would be Rafinha, Salah, Yamal.
Don't get DB.
No, he has.
He hasn't
been-
played, man. He has
Okay,
been injured.
no Foden.
Even Foden.
He has also
We've
been
been
shit.
here talking about Foden.
Who was
season,
that?
so
Okay, huh?
Haaland,
No.
you've also.
I think
He needs
there's
to pick it up.
there's chatter in the water, my brother. And
he needs to finish.
there's
Like
chatter in the water.
when the chances come, finish them. If you're having like
And that's the
a
funny
quiet
thing
game
that we
that's
can
come.
even question Haaland's finishing. Like that's how weird.
because he just
he's
needs
playing
quarter
right
a
now.
chance. But anyway, yeah, those are the
If-
three.
If there's any guy you would bank on to cash a chance or an opportunity,
But Lookman is a good shout. Eh? And they're second in.
the first now.
Yeah, first.
Napoli has
Inter
dropped.
played yet?
I thought it's
No,
not.
Napoli. Yeah, Napoli is the one. If Napoli
He's
wins,
clutch.
if
Yeah, he's
Napoli,
clutch
yeah,
for them.
The
if
few
Napoli
games
wins
I've
their
watched,
game,
he
they are
moves
going ahead
different.
but their title race
Is
is
number 1 to 8, as if.
Yeah,
1
their
point.
title race is tight.
1 point is
They are
separating
tight.
1 to 8.
I thought y'all were going to put Messi in there.
And,
For what?
What has he done? Anyway, MVP, the MLS.
That's why we're in FIFA best.
Thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far, like, comment, share, and subscribe. New episode this week.